Hey guys, it's Todd from Like-Minded Lunatics bringing you another Drink, Play, Swear. It's all we do around here. It's practically all the YouTube regulatory body will allow us to do around here, especially for you YouTubers working with music. Well, Drink, Play, Swear, we don't have to worry about that too much. Hey, welcome back to Drink, Play, Swear and Like-Minded Lunatics. We're not just the Drink, Play, Swears here at Like-Minded Lunatics. We are a like-minded band of weirdos and creators in the San Antonio, Austin area. My buddy and writing partner, Mark Gifford, does the crown jewel of the organization. Check out his Friday night videos. They're real good. Oh, man. If you're a, what do I want to say, a 420 enthusiast, if I want to say that, you're going to want to check out the most recent one. It's off the rails. Sometimes, as I've said before, Mark does them academic style. He wears his professor, coat, his tweed blazer. Not this time. He's barely wearing any clothes at all, okay? Just saying. I'm not a prude at all, but I was like... You check it out. It's a good time. All right, so what do we do here at Drink, Play, Swear? Well, we do exactly that. We play a game, usually a classic one. I pair it with a beverage and tell you a story. Real glad you're here today because today is a fun one. Both the game and the story super fun. I can't wait. I got my CRT TV going on back there watching cartoons, and it's because today is about Saturday morning cartoons. That's right. So we're playing a great game that's based on a cartoon that was based on an independent comic book, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And we're going with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 here, Turtles in Time, that was on the good old Super Nintendo, the Super NES. It was the fourth game because Nintendo was trying to keep the numbering of every Turtles game they had put out straight, so that we knew what to buy and how many of them to buy. I want to go over that in just a minute, but first I want to say I'm pairing that with another classic here. This is a Jim Beam and Coke. Get yourself something, sit back and enjoy today's programming. Free of charge. We're not charging yet. So the Nintendo fans got this game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, on the NES, and we thought it was going to be the arcade game, the amazing arcade game that we all played. You could have three of your friends and yourself at the game at the same time, each of you being one of the turtles. So fun. It was a great beat 'em up, just perfect. It looked exactly like the cartoon. And then this comes out. We thought that's what we were getting. Nope, totally different game. Now, I would argue it's still a really good game, but a lot of people were upset and didn't give it much of a chance. So Nintendo figured out that they needed to fix that problem, and eventually we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and that was the arcade game, also put out by Ultra. Then we had, you remember Street Fighter 2 took over the world. I've talked about Street Fighter 2 in the past, actually twice. Street Fighter 2 and Gas Station Memories, and then a really fun one playing Street Fighter 2 Alpha 3. Check out that one as well. St. Patrick's Day. That was a good time. Anyway, Street Fighter took over the world, and we got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters game. You don't need to play it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, which was a sequel to the original arcade. And because it's the Super Nintendo, it's bright, it's beautiful, it's colorful. I mean, it's not cheating to give yourself all the lives because it's an option. So before you get upset with me, I'm giving myself all the lives. You're going to enjoy yourself more as a result. Okay, so let's play Turtles in Time. And what are we talking about today? We're talking about Saturday morning cartoons. That's right, Saturday morning cartoons. If you were born, I mean, really, there's a huge expanse of time you could have been born in and experienced these things. The 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s kids all got Saturday morning cartoons, and they were great. You would sit down at a CRT set like I have back there, usually laying down on your stomach about 2 inches from that thing, watching your cartoons. And what would you have? You'd have a bowl of cereal with it, wouldn't you? Well, let's do it. I got some Trix here today. I got some Trix. Silly rabbit tricks are for kids. Still using that phrase. Let's get into it, and let's have some cereal. Ooh. What a wonderful sound. Let's have some cereal. Let's have us a little Saturday morning here. So usually I invite you to have a beverage with me, but why don't you get some cereal too? We're going to have us a Saturday morning. I love it. So, okay, Leo's tapping his toes. April O'Neil's upset with me. They say, get on with it, Todd. Let's get on with the game, and let's get on with the story. So, Saturday morning cartoons. I was born in 81. I grew up watching 80s cartoons, which obviously every decade believes that their cartoons were the best, right? But we had some good ones, man. At the end of the 80s, we had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as we're looking at here today. Oh, man. And, Congress got upset. One of the reasons why Saturday morning cartoons doesn't exist anymore is because the FCC got upset and Congress piggybacked on it and said, oh, these Saturday morning cartoons, all they are is, sales pitches, tricking kids into buying, well, cereal, but also toys, right? Toys. Look at this. I got my original Leonardo. Here he is. Slightly different tint of green on this Leonardo than that one. But you notice I don't have any of his, weapons. You lose all of that in like a week. But I got my Leonardo there. And Congress was upset. And we'll talk about that more in a minute. But anyway, before we get too bitter about that, let's get a little nostalgic and talk about how great these cartoons were. And for me in the 80s, they were amazing. We had He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. We had Thundercats. We had G.I. Joe. We had the GoBots. Yeah, I'm going to put the GoBots on the list. Hey, a lot of you are going to say they're a poor man's Transformers. Give the GoBots a chance. They never hurt anybody. The GoBots, the GoBots. I don't remember the rest of the words. I just remember saying the GoBots over and over. So there's some guy who was paid to create that jingle. All right. If you're from a generation from before, from after Saturday morning cartoons, you're going to say, what's the big deal? So to understand the big deal about why Saturday morning cartoons were so great is to understand the landscape of TV and what home life was like before the 21st century. And that is that it was one TV in the house, okay? One TV in the house, and if your parents were home, they were in charge of it, I mean, in the mornings on weekdays, my parents were watching, news shows, Good Morning America, like news entertainment kind of shows, or some kind of regional version of it. And you didn't get to pick what was on TV. And at the end of the day after school, when your dad came home, or when my dad came home from work, look at this Baxter Stockman, the disgusting fly version. Love it. He was grumpy and just wanted to watch the nightly news and for everyone to be quiet. So you didn't have much say in what was on TV. But it was like there was this contract that parents had to sign at the hospital when they had a baby. Kids have to have Saturday morning. Saturday morning is theirs and it's sacred. So Saturday morning started, and it was great. First of all, it was the day of the week that my parents slept in a little bit. And I could hear them talking from the bedroom, laying in bed, having coffee. They were actually giggling, having good conversation, talking about what they wanted to cook for breakfast, talking about their day. And I'd sneak out, get the TV going, and get some cereal, crawl up, and get some cereal. Let's have some cereal. I'm juggling so much here. This is like drink, play, eat and swear, drink, swear, eat and play, drink, eat, swear, play, and eat. Maybe we should simplify this a little bit. I mean, you think? Yeah, let's do it. Ooh. I mean, you gotta eat it early, friends. You know that about your cereal in the morning because it gets soggy fast. Let's see if we can get a little crunch here, huh? You know what? That's the best Trix has ever tasted. You get your cereal, probably with milk, kids. I mean, it ain't the worst, but I can see it's going to get old quick. And you watch your cartoons. You watch your favorite cartoons, man. It was great. And it was unstructured time, man. Unstructured. I mean, obviously the shows were structured at what time things were playing. We didn't have a big plan on Saturday. Sometimes you'd get bored with what was on. You'd run around outside for a little bit. Sometimes you'd actually have, a home-cooked breakfast instead of the cereal thing. Biscuits and gravy at my house or something like that. Toast and bacon or waffles, pancakes, whatever it is. At least in my family, it wasn't like this running around, soccer practice, crazy activities all day. It was lounging. It was family time and being together, and loved it. And the early morning cartoons, it was just me by myself watching them. But if you had siblings, of course, you guys were together. And then my parents would get up. My mom would start cooking a good breakfast, and my dad would come sit down with me and hang out and watch cartoons. Because at the second half of the cartoons, they would go for the kind of throwback stuff. I'm talking your Warner Brothers cartoons, and to this day, I still love those. Your Bugs Bunnies, and then you would get, and it wasn't a cartoon, but we would watch the Three Stooges after that. And that was the stuff from my dad's childhood, He was a kid watching the Three Stooges in the movie theater as the pre-movie entertainment, and the same thing with those old Warner Brothers shorts. All right, I'm going to be real with you. I am trying to be casual and tell you a story, but all I can think about is the fact that this is just sitting here getting soggy. I'm going to... It's already turning here, folks. I think I'm going to switch off, and I'm just going to... I think I'm just going to drink here. I'm not going to have any more of this floating monstrosity. Oh, yeah. That's much better. Just the beverage. Trix flavored beverage. That's not disgusting at all. I think I'll probably only feel a little bit terrible after this is over. So, I've said this about, getting nostalgic about all kinds of things, that I love to get nostalgic about this stuff, like the gas station memories I've talked to you guys about before, but also, hanging out at the ditch with my friends as a kid, and all these kinds of things. Blockbuster Video, you remember that one, the Christmas episode, Blockbuster Video, late fees and everything. You can get nostalgic about it, and I think, you deserve to be nostalgic about whatever you're nostalgic about, but it's okay, they're gone, as I've said before, right? Because what happened? Besides Congress and the FCC freaking out about selling toys and all that, there are other reasons why Saturday morning cartoons don't exist anymore, I mean, we had the cable channels like Nickelodeon putting out Ren and Stimpy and SpongeBob eventually. You had... eventually, like streaming services, and between Cartoon Network, came around, and you got to admit, Cartoon Network was pretty great, depending on your generation, if you were watching it or when you were watching it. It was kind of amazing, So, all right, Saturday morning cartoons wasn't going to live forever. But what was the result? We got, all these streaming services. You can watch what you want anytime you want to, so no one's stopping you. If you're upset about the old Saturday morning cartoons, draw up your own schedule. Create your Saturday morning for you and your family if you have one, or just yourself. Who cares about the kids? But there is something wonderful about them old days. I wonder who the boss is coming up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Machine Head. I had this toy. I think he was Shredder's attempt, a robot attempt at stopping the guys, stopping the turtles. I keep falling into the cave. I don't want to fall into the cave anymore, dude. See, if you were playing on quarters, you'd get so aggravated because you knew Machine Head stole a quarter from you. Like to file a complaint, Machine Head stole my quarter. Sorry, son, we don't have a game called Machine Head here. Okay. I'm thinking about that beverage. I'm gonna destroy Machine Head, and then I'm gonna destroy my beverage. Saturday morning cartoons. Cartoon Network when it was new was so great because I was able to discover all those old 60s and 70s cartoons that I didn't get to have when I was a little kid, and so I'm grateful for it. So what was the trade-off? We lost Saturday morning cartoons, but we got all this access to great stuff. Dude, go home. You know, Johnny Quest, Quasar, Space Ghost, Herculoids, the Super Friends from the 1970s. Some of my favorite stuff was actually before my time. So, okay, Saturday morning cartoons is kind of gone, but I think we can handle it because, you know, there are all kinds of garbage cartoons, just like there's all kinds of garbage TV. But there's also a lot of great stuff, and if you find what you like, if you have, all right, I'm gonna say it. But I already know I'm wrong. I was going to say we should all have what we want. And so have what you want. Well, this is what I wanted, but I don't think it was such a great choice. I just thought, I didn't think it through. Honestly, I just thought, you know, it'd be funny. That's all as far as I got on this. Oh, man. That's not Ninja Turtles on back there, by the way. I don't have any VHS tapes of the Ninja Turtles. Oh, it was called Bucky O'Hare. No, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not going to gag on the internet. Todd, don't gag on the internet. Okay. Guys, thanks for being with us for a crazy one, for one that was a little bit off the rails. You know, actually, now that I think about it, Mark's been way off the rails in the last few, too. You never know. Maybe Like My Lunatics is spiraling out of control, and wouldn't you like to see it? If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of the bizarre antics that are going on around here. We like to see that our weird family of a band of weirdos is growing larger every day. So between now... hang on. Yeah. Between now and the next time I talk to you, I am Todd. See ya.